myself. Oh, welcome to the Queer Edge with Jett. I have a little story to tell you. When I was a young mortal living in Texas, I fell in love with a wonderful, wonderful witch by the name of Samantha Stevens. Many of you may remember her from the Bewitched TV series, but for me, Jett, she was more than just a reality TV star. She was, well, to be honest, she was my life. She was to be my wife. However, she would never return my letters and phone calls. But yet, this did not diminish my love for her. And to this day, it grows and grows. And what better way for an artist such as myself to pay tribute to this compassionate witch other than to lip sync a song? I have Mary Tyler Moore, Mary Cheney, and of course, Dick Sargent.
Sad, I wanted you to be my friend. Oh, sad, that magic spell would never end. Sorcerers and warlocks adored you, worked their charms, but they didn't fit in your plan. Not for you, Sam. One love was all that you wanted, one heart so happily haunted. You gave your word, you'd do the best that you can. Didn't you, Sam? Serena could not understand. Oh, Sam, how could you love a mortal man? Agatha and all of her sisters judged you to be just a little lost lamb. Didn't they, Sam? Maurice, ever so fond of you. Gladys, never caught on to you. And Dora, gone with the wave of her hand. Wasn't she sad? a smile from somewhere so long ago. Only a dream for innocent hearts, I know, enchanting. A boy, but I don't give a damn. I loved you sad. I loved you sad. I loved you sad. I loved you sad. Sad.
Thank you so much. To you, Sam. You know, Sam could not be with us here tonight. However, we do have the magic of Jackie Inks, the magical breast, the Barbarellas. We also have a man that can make even me look butch. From the Anna Nicole show, Bobby Trendy is here. Sex therapist extraordinaire Anna David is in the queer house tonight. And a visit to the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week as well. Not to mention, our last Twisted Warped and Twisted Desperation Squad band will be with us performing tonight. And of course, the co-host this week and the mother of my 6 children, Kim Coles, is with us tonight. So stay tuned, and like we say, if it ain't broke, then freaking break it, because we queer edgers, we are a go!
What are you doing right now? It's your reality. Make it up. Vodka martini. 2 olives. This is my reality. What's yours?
Welcome to the Queer Edge. It is Wednesday, or as we like to call it, Hemp and Hump Day. And it's also, in addition always to Hemp and Hump Day, isn't this just a coincidence how this works out? It's also Canadian Lesbian Day! Yay! We love our Canadian lesbo friends. We love all our lesbo friends. In fact, we love everyone because we're freaking on ecstasy. Yeah, so there you go. I'm going to bring this chick right out because I'm having a blast with her. I don't want to waste any more time looking at myself. I can do that later tonight with a bottle of poppers. I got to think, we got so lucky this week because our co-host is bringing grace, poise, and beauty to our nightly train wreck. Say hello again to the lady, Miss Kim Coles. There we go. There's
Grace, poise,
that class.
having a good time.
Did I say a lady with class or a lady with ass? I forget now.
All of the above.
All the above, honey. How are you?
I'm great.
I love this little outfit you got on.
Well, you know, you do tunics and long things. I'm giving you the long thing.
Tell me this. Am I pulling off the Pimp Daddy thing at all?
I'm telling you, you're giving us teal. Not only Pimp Daddy, but teal.
Yeah.
Pimp Daddy.
Yeah,
Not
pimp-
too many people could do that.
Yeah, Pimp Homo.
No, it's like a turquoise pimp.
A turquoise pimp.
I love it.
Yeah.
Turquoise.
So, you know, I was reading, there's a magazine out called Radar Magazine.
Okay.
And I wish we'll get someone to bring it down to us. But here's the whole thing. There is an article in Radar Magazine that states how much celebrities get paid to attend certain events. Do you know there's like a, are you aware of this at all?
I didn't know, and I need to start getting paid.
Yeah, well, you know, like for example, Paris Hilton gets paid $200,000 to appear at any function for 20 minutes. For 20 minutes only. And that does not include any chat. She does not chat
Any
for...
chat or any,
Or, well, that's probably free.
You should give that away for anybody for free.
Yeah. But,
Wow, that's
and then
wow.
there is, I'm trying to remember now, there's some, like Jeremy Piven, who's on an HBO show,
Right.
makes appearances at parties and things, and he's like $50,000 just to show up
How
at
much
your
do you
event.
think you would cost if someone...
First of all, I can't even get in the freaking door. And you know what? We're not talking about a nice restaurant or a party. We are talking about Bob's Big Boy that I cannot even get in the door of, which is really sad. Oh,
yay.
yes, here it is. Thank you,
Thank
honey.
you.
That is
All
so
right,
sweet.
well,
I know. How much time do we have? Because I know Jackie's over there peeing in her pants because she's got to go to the news. But I do want to find out. Have you ever seen this? By the way, buy this magazine if you could ever.
Radar, okay.
If you can ever track it down. And
But Paris Hilton is already worth so much money. Why does she have to get paid? She's going to go out and party anyway. Why is she getting cash?
I don't know.
To go
Let's
to
go
party?
to Jackie Inks with the news, and when we come back, we're gonna be dishing.
Good.
Everybody else is dishing. Why
That's
not
right.
us?
That's how-
All right, Jackie, give us some news, and there better be some gossip in it.
Hey everybody, it is Canadian Lesbian Wednesday. Hello to our northern border neighbor ladies. Hi, glad you're here. Look, if you ever get the old "can we still be friends" line, maybe you want to keep this first story in mind. Last month, a guy in Pennsylvania dumped a woman named Gail O'Toole. It seemed like Gail was okay with all of it, and just last week, she asked good old Kenny Boy back over to rekindle their relationship. After he fell asleep, our okay with it Gail glued his penis to his stomach, his testicles to his leg, and proceeded to, and this is the important part, tried to glue his butt crack closed. Ms. O'Toole got 6 months probation and a $30,000 fine for the escapade, but in court, her lawyer tried to claim that they had indeed had sex, but nothing outside of normal human activity had taken place. Look, I admit I may not know everything about normal activity, but this is obviously not normal. Even I know if you're trying to close a crack, you use spackle. From the Tinseltown rumor mill, Brad Pitt's publicist is strongly denying a UK tabloid claim that Pitt and girlfriend Angelina Jolie recently got married in a secret Buddhist ceremony. Britain's Daily Star said the ceremony was attended by close friends and family only, but Pitt's publicist has denied all of it, calling it a 100% purely concocted story. The British paper didn't back down, saying Pitt is now sporting a big gold ring on his wedding finger, but they did add that the ceremony may not have been a legally binding one, which leads us to ask you, boys and girls, we are talking about Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie here. When has any ceremony involving either one of those been legally binding? And finally, we bring you news from the Lone Star State. The North Texas Tollway Authority said they always try to understand when a driver mistakenly gets into the wrong lane and then can't pay the toll. They added they rarely go to the trouble of prosecuting over it, but Evangelina Gonzalez of Dallas has finally pushed them too far. Ms. Gonzalez has been charged with running toll booths nearly 3,000 times in the last 18 months. She's racked up over $76,000 in fines, and perhaps not surprisingly in this age of no self-responsibility, Evangelina is taking little of the blame for her actions. Her attorney recently released a statement accusing Ms. Gonzalez's mother as being the reason for the entire mess. Her attorney said she was only doing what her mother had always told her to do. Work hard, save for a rainy day, and never ever throw your money out the window. I'm Jackie Inks. That's news from the Edge. It is Lesbian Canadian Wednesday. We'll be right back right after this. On Hemp and Hump Day, and of course, partying with the ladies up north. The whole crew here at the Queer Edge is singing along with this band. Welcome back, our much loved and seriously strange Desperation Squad.
I can see that you're younger and better looking or have some kind of modern sass, and your whole future's ahead of you, and your street smart sensibility puts you at the head of the class. But I got the best ass, genius so apparent in lines of masses and hyperbolic waves of white light, and you never met a sloth you didn't embrace, Well, I could step to the other side, lay lush in the greener grass, but I got the best ass, got the best ass, I got the best ass in rock and roll. I got the best ass, I got the best ass in rock and roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe I'm gonna show it to you. Commitment to commerce is so inspiring, I tremble awed in your wake. But you can't teach a new dog old tricks, If me a boon, the seat short table that I think I'm gonna have to pass. Cause I got the best ass, I got the best ass, I got the best ass in rock and roll. I got the best ass, I got the best ass in rock and roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, I'm gonna show it to you. I got the best ass. 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 Yeah, I got the best ass. I got the best ass in rock and roll. I got the best ass. I got the best ass in rock and roll. I got the best ass. I got the best ass in rock and roll. I got the best ass. Got the best ass in rock and roll.
Desperation Squad.
Ladies and gentlemen, the John Tesh Band. Absolutely incredible. You know, that's entertainment. That's entertainment. Not since Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, has there been entertainment like that. Now, let's just quickly when people come on and say, I have the best ass in rock and roll, I would say, in all due respect, Mr. P, let us be the judge of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a nice ass.
You may have the best earlobe.
Yeah.
I may think it's the best earlobe.
It's a nice ass. I'm not sure it's the best, only because I've not made my way through all rock and rollers' ass.
Yeah.
I'm 75% there. So when I finish, I'll let you know. But right now, you're in the top 5. How's that? Yeah, that? You should be happy with that.
I'm happy.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, her sexy voice and her sexy body has graced the pages of Details, Maxim, Cosmo, and Playboy. Get your questions ready for the sex guru, Anna David. Hey, honey. You are beautiful. Check her out. You know what? Our breeder meter just went way up. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I was just going to claim to have the best ass in magazine journalism
Well,
of the
honey,
people that came on the show. I didn't want to,
Okay, well, now that you placed the claim, you need to stand up and turn around.
yeah, why not?
Let us check it out, and we will. Nice ass.
For a journalist. For a journalist. Yeah, no.
For a journalist. Here's the problem. I'm from Texas. I have no ass. I have a concave ass. Jackie will tell you. She's seen it. It's sunken in. It's sad but true. Now let's talk about sex.
Yeah.
You want to blow me? Is that not where we go with this?
I could slap you for that.
You could.
Would that be fun?
Yeah. Now we're getting where Daddy likes to go.
Really? Interesting.
See, now I've lost my train of thought. Wait, let me do some poppers. Okay, now I know. What is a sex guru?
That's a great question. Okay. Okay. I didn't know they were.
Okay, I just want to
gonna
point
show
out
that.
that this is a photo of me when I was younger. I know it hardly looks like me now, but I was younger and was wearing thongs at the time. But no, that's obviously you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You do have a nice ass.
Well, thank you. That's something that, my mom and dad were not even allowed to see that picture, so
Well, now you're showing it to every sick and perverted person in the United States and Canada.
And also, you'll probably get a big girl following because it's Canadian Lesbian Wednesday.
Oh, well,
so
no
are you
problem
cool with that? Are you good?
Hey, I'm fine with that.
You are.
I wrote a column about kissing girls.
Well, what does a sex guru do?
That's a good question. I mean, sex guru. The people I've had sex with may beg to differ on that whole title, but but I'll tell you, what happened is I've been a journalist for 12 years, and then I just sort of stumbled into this sex writing. Somebody came to me and said, "Do you want to switch places with me? Trade dating lives." I'm in New York. I'm in LA, and we sold it to Playboy. And then they shot those pictures. Oh, not that one. The old, naked one. And suddenly, we sold the rights, and it was this big deal. So suddenly, I was like a sex expert because I wrote this one story. And then I did a story on vibrators for Playboy, where I tried out 300 different kinds in 2 weeks.
You know what? I know. And that's work? That is considered work?
It was work. After a while.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, it was amazing. I could
Well,
feel
tell
anything.
us, what's the best vibrator out there?
The one, the real one is that it's a plug-in. None of this battery stuff.
Right.
It's a plug-in. It's called the Magic
I just want to tell you a little secret. Kim Coles, I've never seen her ears go like this. They have just pricked up.
Well, I have a power tool. But that's just me.
This is like a power tool.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they shot me for that. I hope you don't have those pictures, but for this story, they shot me with a jackhammer, like wearing lingerie and holding a jackhammer because I said it felt like a jackhammer, basically.
Oh. Okay,
How close are you to Carrie Bradshaw? I mean, Sex in the City isn't what that would carry. Aren't you what Carrie does?
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of. I mean, except for not as nice an apartment, not as many shoes, not as cool and glamorous a life for sure. And in reality, not the TV version.
Right.
But I sure like it.
But that's what you. I mean, aren't you the real life Carrie Bradshaw?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't exactly introduce myself as hi, I'm the real life Carrie Bradshaw, but people say that, and it's
That's
nice.
cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
now, would you ever consider yourself a sex surrogate?
What do you mean?
I mean someone that teaches, women that are frigid. God knows, from what I'm hearing from some of these guys around here, there must be a lot of them. Would you teach women to enjoy
No.
couples? You don't get involved?
I don't get involved in that. I mean, mine is like, honestly, mine happens like behind a computer from my head. And the truth is, like, I used to be really wild and crazy. And then, like, about 4 or 5 years ago, I cleaned up my act. So this con that I was doing in Razor magazine was like documenting this wild and crazy life. And here I am, like, sitting at home with my cats and knitting and like, writing about these like crazy tales that had sort of happened long ago.
Okay, I've got a question. Why do so many chicks fake orgasms? What is that about?
I have never, ever done that. I don't understand that at all.
Well, Kim says, what'd you say, Kim? Sometimes you're just ready to go to bed.
It's for the guy. It has nothing to do with the woman.
All right, get off me. I'm ready to go to bed and wash dishes now.
Yeah.
But then he's never going to know what to do.
I was answering his question. I am multi. I told you, I'm multi. I don't have that problem. I think that's what other women do.
Well, I envy you. Yeah, I don't do that multi thing.
All right, listen, you're going to say, what is it that you're doing now, though? What's your current gig?
Well, basically, I've been doing that sex column in Razor, and that folded last month. So right now, I'm just going back to what I also do celebrity interviews. I do
because I'm in the process
pieces.
of trying to have sex with a woman.
Are you?
For the very first time, yes. I've been feeling breasts. I'll tell you more about it later, and maybe you have something to teach me. We're gonna go to the band, and then we'll be right back with more Queer Edge. Stay around.
Stab in the back, you suck. If the bitter pills fall with none of that crap, you suck.
Pictures of you?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, your photos, and then I want to. I'll just read some of the price.
First chorus, lead.
Too. I just felt.
Beautiful.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. The Queen of Commentary returns. Welcome once again, straight from the heart, Miss Jackie Inks, with fun with hypocrisy.
Get out the whips and chains, boys and girls. Let's not forget the sleep deprivation, stress positions, or Quran abuse. It's time to party. Yep, it's party time, and this week, the Hypocrites Party is once again convening at the White House. No, GW has not thrown the doors open for a sadomasochism convention. This gala is celebrating that our president recently went on record to say, and I quote, "The White House doesn't condone torture of any kind, and all that abuse of Muslim prisoners was due to a few bad apples." Damn, that sounds almost American. Could it be that GW somehow stumbled upon some shadowy remembrance of what America is about? Did he slap his forehead while suddenly realizing there are laws he is supposed to be upholding? Does he have a new comprehension of the American way? Will Jackie Yanks ever wear a size 10 again? Sadly, the answer is apparently no to all of the above. Earlier this month, Georgia's own Republican Senate, his own team, had so little faith in his anti-torture stance that they took their own preemptive strike and passed a bill outlawing the use of any type of cruel and unusual punishment. The final tally was 90-9. 90-9. Honey, that's not a vote, that's Lindsay Lohan approaching an intersection. It's apparent that the Republicans now have the same amount of trust in the president as most of us have in a guy selling $10 Cartier matte watches on some street corner. Maybe the Senate knew that there were many White House officials that were fully aware of what was really going on at Abu Ghraib. Then they must have questioned why a guy claiming to be against torture would ask for a memo asking the White House consul to find justifications for legalizing it. Maybe the last straw was GW's handling of the entire scandal. As usual, our commander in grief started talking tough and taking names, much like Bill O'Reilly does in the Fox secretarial pool. He promised he'd get to the bottom of it, and indeed he did round up all the guilty parties. However, much like finding Tom Cruise reading a how-to book on Christianity, the president's next move didn't seem to make much sense. Bush punished all these pro-torture evildoers by promoting them. In fact, the lawyer who wrote the paper advocating the use of torture, Alberto Gonzalez, was punished by being named the damn Attorney General. I guess we can fall back and be happy that it's sure to work out in the end. We have an anti-torture bill going to a self-professed anti-torture president, so GW must be ecstatic and anxious to sign the bill, right? Only in our dreams. He threatened to veto it. Bush claims to be against torture. The Senate passes a bill outlawing torture, but Georgia now wants to veto the bill that backs him doing exactly what he said he wanted to do. It's a laundromat in a nudist colony. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Look, between you and I, it might be true that there are only a few bad apples in the White House, but it now appears that we know who the biggest and baddest apple is. I'm Jackie Yanks. Thanks for your time. Mr. Jett, on to you.
Thank you, Miss Jackie Yanks. I am actually looking through this lady's portfolio, Anna David. You look at this. Can I just show some of this? I don't know if we have it. Is this you?
No, that's Carmen Electra.
Well, then why have you got it in your book?
Well, because it's the cover of the one I was in. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, for
so
sure.
That's Carmen Electra.
That's Carmen Electra. That's not me.
Okay, that's like me putting a photo of Tom Cruise in my portfolio.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, what are we doing here?
That is me talking on the phone.
And what's your other hand doing?
Well, it's supposed to look like it's doing something kind of interesting, but you know, Antoine Verglas, the guy who does all the Victoria's Secret things, he shot it, and so like it was all about like subtle gestures.
Now, do you have a spousal unit?
I do not.
Do not. Do you get offers of getting laid like every 15 minutes?
Never.
I don't believe that.
Never.
So how you go out to a club, right?
I was just dating somebody, it just ended, but before that, I mean, since I started doing this, I mean, nobody hits on me ever. I'll tell you, the only time I basically started to get hit on was I did this story about the urban lesbian scene. This is for King Magazine, which is kind of like the Black Maxim. It's coming out in like their March issue. They all hit on me. But guys don't, no.
Well, so are you digging on the chicks or not?
Not my thing. I mean, like I said, I was wild and crazy. Like wild and crazy, and I did wild things that I probably couldn't even talk about on this crazy show. Right.
Well, no, you can talk about it on this show. Go ahead.
Just like like crazy, a couple guys maybe involved and stuff like that. And in my craziness, I never went any further than just kissing a girl.
That's it?
Yeah.
Huh.
And it was truth or dare.
Really?
So, I mean, it doesn't even really count.
So, okay. Well, I'm the same way. I'm, I've tried lesbianism. I tried it once, and it didn't seem to do anything for me. You know, I'm glad you're here because you might have. How much time do we have? You might have some insight on this. You read this magazine, right?
I'm obsessed with that magazine.
Okay, this magazine in this issue. Celebrities now get paid to attend events.
Yeah.
Have you read this article?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So they get paid to attend events, and depending on what they're going to do while they're there, it depends on how much that they get paid. You know, we just moved here from Texas, this show did.
Mm-hmm.
So we're basically the Beverly Queerbillies. I mean, we don't know nothing about nothing. But I will tell you this, that Jenny McCarthy gets paid $50,000 to appear for an hour at a party. Jenny
It's
McCarthy.
I know. I would practically pay her not to come.
Yeah, thank you very much. But you know, I mean, I'm saying this.
She's funny.
Yes,
She's
yes, and more power to you, Jenny. I'm not. $50,000 is a lot of money.
It is.
Yes.
What was the event? Did they say what the event was?
It was a Super Bowl Jiggle Fest. For lingerie.
But see, I guess this is what happens. I guess these corporations pay these celebrities to show up, and then they take the photos, and then they end up in the magazines, and they end up selling more of whatever they were selling before they took up. I'm trying to figure it out my damn self. I don't get it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what it is, but it's just crazy, like, in this society that Jenny McCarthy helps sell something.
Yeah.
And I don't
Here's the
think on
really
her, you know.
Here's the weird thing.
Some others are questionable.
Some of them are like Debbie Mazur. I'm not even sure who she is. She gets $9,000 to show up at.
She's on the HBO show Entourage.
Okay, well, bless her heart. So she gets paid $9,000 to show up at something. Tara Reid gets paid $12,000.
Now, that one I don't get.
Yeah.
She's gonna show up and drink up all your liquor.
Yeah, she gets
Don't
paid
pay her nothing. Give her a
$12,000.
bottle of Jack and Coke, and she'll be happy.
But there's a little
Only
note
pay
here
her.
and an 8-ball that goes with that. 12,000 and an 8-ball.
Well, I didn't say. Thank you.
But here's the other one. Danny Masterson, Laura Prepon, and Wilder Valderrama. I guess they're all on the '70s show. They get $5,000
Only
each.
if they're all together?
Only if they're all together, though.
Right.
They have to all three show up together.
Right.
I'm telling you, this world has gone celebrity baddie, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, they have not gone Jackie Jett celebrity baddie.
Well, read the one about Star Jones. If you
Okay,
look at the
now
last
here's
page,
the
read
thing.
the quote that's in the yellow box
Yeah,
there. It's
here's the
hysterical.
thing with Star Jones. They offered her, this magazine called her agent, pretending to be like they were booking something. And so they started out by just saying, you know, how much for her to appear. Then it really evolves into basically, how much would you charge us to have Star Jones come to our party and eat a pig? And then the agent makes the guy makes the same phone call to Anna Nicole and gets up for Anna to chat, drink, and does she chat? Can she talk? I don't know. Anyway, $800,000 for Anna Nicole to eat a pig.
That's so she can buy her chips back, baby.
It's such an oxymoron. I'm so confused. But I want to be a freaking star because I only get paid. I would go to someplace for $50 and walk in and I fucking clean their toilets. Oh my God. It's crazy. Am I right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I've paid money to go to parties, you know, for like tickets and stuff like that. I mean, it's just backwards.
From this point on, if I go to a party, I'm going to go to every celebrity and say, how much are you getting paid for this gig? And you better come to my freaking house and clean it because I just paid $50 to get in this door, you freaking whore. Okay, now that I've got that off my chest, let's go to Desperation Squad. We'll be right back.
We ain't getting no pussy tonight. 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 My house, like a football's at the light. We might watch our parents' color TV, take some drugs, meet the man, on Vincent CD. But we ain't getting no pussy tonight. We ain't getting no pussy tonight. I just glass the ball with Keith Masumi. Check out a band, ride around, roll the bug on LSD. But we ain't getting no pussy tonight. We ain't getting no pussy tonight. No.
Kim, you want a mic stand too?
Here we go. 1 minute back.
I know it's really
30 seconds.
but trust me, we're yeah, I love it.
15 seconds. 10, 9, 8,
Big
7,
love, folks. Big love.
6,
Here we go.
5.
Get a backhand! Stop being a dick! Stop being a dick! We're gonna take your rip! And you don't stop being a dick! Stop being a dick!
Hey guys, thank you very much. Welcome back to the Queer Edge. This is really, this is like a favor. I have paid this lady $50 out of my own pocket to do this, because I just think she's so funny. Give it up, please, for Kim Coles.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, every year since I was a little girl, I watched the Miss America pageant. I watched those girls walk by. I go, that's not the real Miss America. All the women of the world are Miss America. I watched them. Those aren't her real breasts. That ain't her real hair. That ain't Miss America. So, because I'm obsessed, I thought I would give this gift to you. I'm now going to do my imitation of the Miss America pageant. And I don't have time to do all 50 states. Oh no, because Jack would say, get the hell off the show. What I'm going to do is the semifinals, the final 5 or 6 heifers that are left in the end. Enjoy. And by the way, let me just say, I actually leave the building. I will now channel these 5 girls. Enjoy. I'm like a black Sybil. Enjoy. Hey, how you doing? How you doing over there? How you doing? All right, I'm Miss New Jersey. All right, how you doing? I'm Anna Fakakatucci over there. All right, how you doing? All right, so I know that... freaking gotta get rid of it, you know what I'm talking about? All right, so I know that I'm gonna win this here contest because not only am I freaking beautiful, but my cousin Guido the Rat had a little talk with the judges, you know what I'm talking about? Some cement shoes, you know what I'm talking about? All right, I'm gonna go backstage and put on my evening gown because I'm feminine like that, and plus I gotta put some cream on this itch, so I see, is it right? Good evening and thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. My name is Kimberly Ann. Thank you. Thank you. And I am Miss Mississippi. Thank you. I would now like to spell my state name. Thank you. M, I, a cricket letter, I, a cricket letter, I, hump that, I. Thank you. All right, how y'all doing out there and stuff like that? My name is Shantiqua Jefferson, and I'm definitely from New York. New York is in the house. What? New York's in the house. How y'all doing? I'm so scared and stuff like that. So, I go to school for communications and stuff like that because I speak very good. I do, and that's how I be doing it and stuff like that. And you don't know what? So, I'm sorry, I'm so embarrassed right now. I'm so embarrassed is when you be getting embarrassed over and over and over again. Okay, hi. Okay, I'm from California. Okay, hi. Okay, my name is Becky and stuff like, and surfs up. Wow, the lights are so pretty here. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Hola, buenas noches. Hello, how you doing? Hello? My name is Maria Linda Rosa Rodriguez de Segrita Se Juan del Punto, baby, del Punto. Gracias. And I am Miss Florida. Gracias. Gracias, Miss Florida. Gracias. Gracias. My mother from Cuba. My father's Puerto Rico, but Cuba, Puerto Rico, Florida, same thing, same thing. Gracias. Gracias. Do you know something? For the talent portion of the show, I'm gonna get una alligator. Do you know alligator? That's an animal that eats you. Eat you up. Yes. I'm gonna get a machete. I'm gonna cut him open. And I'm gonna make a new pair of shoes. Gracias, buenas noches. Gracias. Gracias. Gracias, gracias. 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 I can't go on.
Come over here, come over here, come over here.
Thank you.
Honey, you're causing me to have a cardiac.
Oh, thank you. There's more. There's more.
I'm crying.
I can't go on.
Okay, I'm glad you can because I don't think I could stand anymore. That was freaking hysterical. And I want you to know, we have basically a non-existent studio audience.
Thank you for laughing.
And it is not easy. It is not easy for any stand-up person who's done stand-up before to stand up in front of a camera.
I know, it's so weird. I was like,
So,
how do I look?
I know. So my cameraman is my audience, and thank God he likes me. That was. Thank you so much for doing that. I really, really appreciate it. You're going to win some kind of Nobel Peace Prize because that was above and beyond the Call of Duty, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Well, I thought I was getting $50.
Oh, did I say that? I think I might have.
Nobel Peace Prize, $50.
Well, let's bring out now. Let's see. During the taping of her show, Anna Nicole Smith accidentally ate our next guest. Luckily, he emerged like Jonah and started talking all over LA fashion scene. Please welcome none other than the Bobby Trendy. Look at this. How the
Hi, Jackie. Hi, honey. How are you? Good to see you again.
Yes, yes, yes. There is something to be said for the understated, isn't there? How are you, Bobby Trendy?
Ready.
Ready? That's the way I like to hear it. What is going... Oh, little bling bling on the hand.
Got some serious bling bling.
Serious bling bling.
Can't wear your house.
Well, let me ask you this. How did you get involved in the whole Anna Nicole thing?
Gosh. They were looking for a decorator, and I remember I met some queen at a post office. I gave him my card, and he remembered me, thank God. Thank you, Mark Stuplin from E! Entertainment.
Okay.
He remembered me, and he, because I was like really nice to him, I guess, and he told them who I was, and they came in the store, and it began from there, and it hasn't ended.
Really? So you really, how long have you been interior designing or decorating? Or?
I've been doing it for almost 4 years.
Okay. So you were like only doing it for a few months when Anna Nicole found you?
Yes, I was doing it for about 8 months, and then she came in the store and then brought me to the public eye.
Right. Can you tell us this in all honesty? What drugs is that woman on?
Oh, gosh. I didn't see her take
Well, don't
any.
hold back. Just shoot straight with us.
She's just my very, very high profile client.
She's a very, very high-profile client.
Very high.
But, oh, look, Bobby Trendy Designs. How chic is that? How very true chic. Where is that?
Those
and you got
mirror
your
tables are so popular. There's mirrors on top of them.
Really?
They're so popular.
Oh, well, you're so popular. Now, how does it feel that you were an interior decorator and now you're a superstar, Nelly, interior decorator?
I'm excited because 5 years ago I was working at Kmart, and that was my last job. I just didn't want to work there anymore. And this is so
Why
much
not?
funner.
What
it's
is wrong with
easier.
working at Kmart?
The pay. The pay.
Okay.
The people were great, but that doesn't pay for things
No.
to be had.
No, yeah, and I see this whole thing that you've got going on here would be a little tough for Kmart shoppers to swallow. This is not really from the Kathy Lee line.
I was trying to get them to swallow it, but they wouldn't.
Okay. All right. So now you become involved with this TV show, and Anna at first she likes you, and then she must have been on a withdrawal day when she decided she didn't like you.
Yeah, I think it was I don't know, maybe it was her insides talking to her.
Yeah, that lawyer. It seems a little low. What
Howard.
can I say about him?
He was just Anna's coattail rider. He didn't want to see anyone happy, and they saw how happy I was every day.
Yeah, you were very happy
I was
on that
very
show.
happy, ultimately.
And let me just say again, very happy. I suspected that you might have been doing a little drugs yourself.
Who, me?
Yes. Yeah,
Believe it.
no, honey. No, I was talking to the clock behind
Me
you.
or me?
You.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I believe it or not, I've never even smoked a cigarette. Every bar and stripper and
Well, honey,
Mickey's
we're not talking
raised,
about
they all
cigarettes.
know.
We're talking about blow and pot.
I've never done anything. I've never
Right.
drank, never smoked, never did any
Yeah.
drugs. Because I saw that movie Red Asphalt in high school.
Uh-huh.
The guy's arms dangling because he was high, got into a car accident. Oh my God, I was enough
So
to
you
scare
are
me.
telling me, who is this behind you here? Who's
Oh,
this?
that's Jesse Metcalf.
Is who is he? Your husband?
No.
Uh-huh.
He's just one of the luminaires that visits the store. We have a lot of celebrity customers now that visit the store.
Okay, do you design any sets?
We've never designed a set before. I couldn't believe it. I'm shocked that they didn't have us design Moulin Rouge. Shocked.
Well, I'm shocked that they didn't have you design the Queer Edge set.
I'm shocked. I love all this glittery, fancy stuff, and I
Well,
love red.
what do you think about our set? Give us your honest Bobby Trendy opinion.
I love it. It looks like, I don't know, something that blew up. I love it.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. We blow up from time to time. We have been known to do that. Stick around, sweetheart. Are you going out later, or did you do this just for me?
I go out every single night, all night long.
You are a whore. You're a media whore. And I got to say, I love you, Bobby Trendy. And take us out with a song, Desperation Squad.
It's where we take the test. It's where we're at our best.
Give it up to the band right there.
Hi, welcome back to the Queer Edge. What a enlightening journey we've had this evening with some enlightening guests for the most part. We've learned a lot, we've laughed a lot, we've cried. Kim Coles, we've learned, can stick her tongue out this far. That's an incredible feat by itself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Canadian lesbians are going to be calling her left and right, for sure. You can be sure of that. But this is the part of the show. It's not just wacky, crazy stuff. No, it's a serious show. This is now what have we learned today, where we go around to our guests and we say, what have you learned? No child left behind, no drug left behind. And so let's go through. Let's start with you, Miss Anna. What have you learned, pray tell?
Well, I've actually learned a lot. I learned that you could glue an ass shut.
Yes.
I never knew that. I learned that you could schmooze at the post office. Never knew that.
And get a gig.
Yeah. I learned that you're gonna start dating a woman.
At some point in the future. No, not dating, having sex. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
That's it, just sex. What about you, Bobby?
I've learned quite a bit today.
What'd you learn?
I learned that G-strings are popular amongst women and men.
Very good.
I've also learned that to buy plug-in vibrators and the magic wand and not the battery-operated ones.
And Kim, what have you learned,
I learned
honey?
that your lips can never be glossy enough. Thank you, Bobby Trendy.
There we go. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Desperation Squad. You're the best.